Welcome to Inside UNA Basketball.
Hello once again and welcome to Inside UNA Basketball. I'm Phil Stevenson along with the head basketball coach at the University of North Alabama, Coach Bobby Champagne. And Coach, it seems like every time we have a home game, it's a team tied for first place. In today's show, we're going to take a look at West Alabama. That is a very athletic team that came to Flowers Hall.
Yeah, West Alabama tied for first place with West Georgia and shorter when they came into Flowers Hall. First time we played them in early December. Really played well in that first half, and then the second half their athleticism kind of took over. This game was a really physical game from start to finish, and our guys really played well and made the free throws, so that was the difference in the ball game.
And it wasn't just making the free throws. Every time West Al made a run at us, we had an answer. And that was something I don't mind telling you. I was still uncomfortable as the game got down, and when I looked up and we're under a minute and things are starting to click right, I start taking a deeper breath. But the guys did have great effort, and that's something that has been consistent all season.
That's the luxury of being the radio guy. You get to take a deep breath. I didn't take a deep breath till that final horn sound. I felt really comfortable with Nathan Spears going to the free throw line because he's pretty much automatic. But our guys did a great job of executing on both ends of the floor because West Alabama is a tough team to stop on the defensive side.
And speaking of defense, I know we've talked a lot about how, like Marcus Landry, how strong he is rebounding and as a low post offensive player, the quickness of a Calvin Dade, the athleticism of Yeri Vucica. But these guys had to get squared up and play some good solid defense also.
They definitely did because West Alabama's big guys will take you outside and face you up. And right now, we're one of the better teams in the league in rebounding and actually are moving up in the country as far as our offensive and defensive rebounds go. So that's a credit to those three guys and our guards who have really been doing a good job on that end of the floor and getting those rebounds for us.
And playing a team like West Al when they came in, particularly after, like you just talked about a little bit earlier, we played a good first half down in Livingston, but the second half kind of slipped away from us, and then you come out and you stay solid the whole time.
Yeah, that was good for us to see because we've had stretches where we hadn't been very good, and this was one of those games where for 40 minutes we were pretty good.
Stay with us. We'll come back with more right here on Inside UNA Basketball.
Life can sideline anyone, anytime. Garrett Chiropractic wants to help when it comes to the game of life. 3 full-time doctors are standing by. Doctors Garrett, Phillips, and Burnley, along with 2 massage therapists, a team that can help with life's aches and pains. Garrett Chiropractic is located just west of Shoal Creek Bridge on Highway 72, open Monday through Saturday. Garrett Chiropractic, 757-0023 or online at garrettchiro.com. Individual results may vary.
Wow. Come here.
So you can down.
What's going on up there?
Chuck, this is all for you.
Oh. Are you serious? Welcoming Lieutenant Chuck Nag home.
Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain.
Welcome back to Inside UNA Basketball. Again, I'm Phil Stevenson along with head coach Bobby Champagne. Coach, in this West Alabama basketball game when they came to Flowers Hall, got to halftime with a 31 lead or so, about a 5-point lead there, had stretched it out at points, but then in that first half, it wasn't necessarily the first option scoring. It wasn't necessarily Calvin Dade or Nathan Spear.
Yeah, West Alabama's a good team, good defensive team, and they guarded our first option and made us work the basketball, and we did a good job of reversing the ball and then getting the ball inside. They did a good job of guarding Nathan and keeping him from getting open shots. We did a good job of finding the open guy and getting it to Yeti and getting the ball inside to Marcus. Another big factor in that first half was our inside players stayed out of foul trouble. Didn't pick up those quick early 1-2 fouls where they're sitting over on the bench being cheerleaders. So that was big for us, where we could keep our guys out there on the floor.
And that meant coming off the bench was just one big guy, and so you have to adjust your lineup to whatever you've got there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and our bench has been doing well. Jeff Hodge and John Fletcher came in and did a good job.
All right, we'll get to those first half highlights.
Pass to Bird, his three-point effort from the left wing, no good. Long rebound to Brandon Herman, who will take it down the middle of the floor. Now we'll back up and set the offense out front to Dade, around to the right side to Vujica. Vujica off the screen, feeds on a give and go, and a two-handed slam to start the scoring in this basketball game by Calvin Dade. Bird penetrates off the left side, drops it down low to number 5, Justin Wright, averaging 14.5 points a game. Will pick up the first points for the Tigers to tie it at 2. UNA's Herman on the left wing with the basketball. Now we'll slow it down, drops it down to Calvin Dade. 15 feet on the left side is Dade. Tries to get into the lane, nothing there. Kick out to Spear. Spear is under duress, but with a good drive down the left side and a nice dump pass over to number 32, Marcus Landry, for the lay-in. Bird penetrates and then drops it off to Wright, who kicks out to Bird. Bird gets into the lane, goes up and under with a left-handed lay-in to tie us up at 4. UNA quickly down the floor. Herman on the right side, out front to Dade, to Vujica. Vujica can't penetrate, nothing there. The ball moving around the perimeter. Spear with the ball to Dade and around to Herman, open for a 3 from the left side, and Brandon Herman will drop a 3 in on the Tigers. Back over to Kenrick McCants. Got it over, I should say, to the new man, Charles Eaton, whose 3 from the right wing is off the rim, no good. Landry with the rebound. UNA will now set and run the motion offense as Spear penetrates off the left side, picked up a screen from Marcus Landry, uncontested at the basket for the easy lay-in. These officials letting them play basketball, and you gotta love that, as number 22, Dakari Mayo, will re-enter. Demetrius Poe takes a seat for the Tigers. UNA with the basketball up the left-handed side of the floor. Spear out front to Marcus Landry, backing off the Tigers, playing man-to-man. Down low to Landry. Landry pump fakes as he got to the front of the basket. Coming down and touching the basketball was Mayo. Kicked it off of Mayo, but he recovered the basketball. Eaton will run down the right side, shoot a 3. It's no good. UNA with the rebound, and down the floor is, my goodness, a pass from Spear to UNA's Calvin Dade, who took a giant step and a left-handed throwdown. And number 5, Justin Wright, the 6'5 senior from Pace, Florida, by way of Troy University, will hit the 3-pointer down low to Dade on the right wing. Spins to the left side, kisses it off the glass, shakes his head no, but that was a pretty shot as he kissed it in. A nice design down the long red shorts in white, so UNA in the home grays. On the floor for UNA, John Fletcher into the lineup, has the ball, gets it to Herman on the left wing, as now the Tigers go to a 2-3 zone. UNA passing the ball right to left to beat the zone, gets it to Spear. His 3 from the right side was being challenged by big number 14, a 6'5 guy. UNA will stay man-to-man, getting the ball down low on the left block, and spinning it in is Deontay Ewing, who will get the 2 points for the Tigers. Cuts it back to a 4-point game, almost stolen there, but Spear gets the basketball, floats in about 15 feet from the right side, nothing but net at the right wing. Back to McCants at the point. To Eaton, who come off the screen, gets into the lane, pull-up jump shot, short off the front rim. John Fletcher with a good rebound. And now John will take the ball down the left side of the floor to Hodge, back to John Fletcher, and out front to Landry, looking low for Vucica. To Fletcher to Hodge. Hodge drops it into Vucica, who spins into the lane and will kiss it off the glass. A tough contested shot, but Yeti Vucica gets the kind kiss in the basket. Blocks a shot on McCants, does Vucica, and here come the Lions. Fletcher down the left side gives it to number 3, Jeff Hodge, who saw a lane, took it right to the basket, kissed it off the glass on the left side. UNA will move now up 26-18. Justin Wright will put in the free throw to complete the three-point play. 26-21, UNA by 5. UNA down the floor. John Fletcher in the middle of the floor with a basketball to the left side to Herman. And they're staying in that, it looks like kind of a matchup 2-3 zone. To Vucica in the right side, skip pass across the floor to John Fletcher, steps into a 3, and John Fletcher slipped when he came down, but the basketball cleanly through the net for 3, 29-21. Back, Justin Wright comes in from the left side and will drive all the way to the basket, hits a contested layup to narrow the gap to 29-23. Quickly down the floor to the left wing to number 3, Jeff Hodge, who buries a 3. The Tigers didn't even know he was there.
You know, this game kind of a little bit, right there as the free throws missed, a little bit reminiscent of the first time played West Alabama, up 44-39 at halftime, and then allowed 58 second half points to West Alabama. So got to clean it up right here before half, get a good look.
Landry will take a seat. Corkery into the lineup as UNA's Brandon Herman finds himself open for a 2-pointer. Had his foot on the line from straight on. Will take it. Brandon Herman, Nathan Spear, Jeff Hodge, Vucica on the floor, gets it to Spear. Couple of dribbles down to the left side. His follow-away through 3 is no good. Vucica went up and got the rebound. Thought he had number 22, Mayo, underneath him, but no call. We'll go to halftime. We'll come back with our halftime as brought to you by Frostbite right after this on the Lions Sports Network.
I want to reach further than anyone in my family has been able to. UNA gives me the opportunity to do that every single day.
My professors have really helped me realize how I could turn the things I enjoy doing into a real career.
These are friendships that I haven't made just for 4 years of my life. These are friendships that I've made for the rest of my life.
When you support Little Steve's Convenience Stores, you're supporting small American family-owned businesses. They in turn support our high schools, our community, and the University of North Alabama. When you buy snacks, drinks, and other items from Little Steve's, you're saying we believe in America. 7 locations in Florence. Pine Street, Florence Boulevard at the corner of Helton Drive and Cox Creek Parkway and Chisholm Road. Cloverdale Road, Petersville. Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals. And Highway 72 in Killen. Little Steve's. Believe in America.
And welcome back to Inside UNA Basketball. Well, Coach, after getting that 5-point halftime lead, 36-31, came out in the second half. And again, as we talked about a little bit, every time they made a run, we had an answer. And then as it got down toward the end of the game, one of the things that jumps out on a stat sheet, free throw shooting.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Nathan Spear, he's number 4 in the country in free throw percentage, 92.8%. So you feel really confident when he goes to the line. But the other guys stepped up as well. Brandon Herman, Yeti, Marcus, and Calvin. They all 22 for 24 for the game. So that was a key. And West Alabama was 12 for 21. So that was definitely a difference in the ball game.
Stay with us, and we'll see those second half highlights right now.
Great job by the defense to keep rotating over and doing a good job of guarding here early on. And that's what we mentioned as far as adjustments here in the second half. Got to play good defense out of the gates.
The Tigers start man-to-man. UNA will run the motion offense. Vucica out front to Herman on the left side. Drops it down low to Landry. Landry tipped away momentarily. Runs into number 5, who will take a flop right there. Right. Landry gets it back and just powers it in through number 22.
And just like that, it's tied up. That's not what you wanted to happen right out of the gates. Give them some wide open shots like that and can bury the 3 in the corner. Anybody that's a decent shooter in the Gulf South Conference.
Get it over to Calvin Dade just beyond the free throw line. Dade can hit that 17-footer. That's his jump shot. For UNA, John Fletcher replaces Calvin Dade on the floor. Out front, Landry to Herman on the left wing, down low to Vucica. Vucica turns, faces the basket, goes right around Justin Wright, and just doesn't dunk it, just drops it into the cylinder for 2. McCants long pass into Ewing at near half court, back to McCants, fakes a 3, drops it into the corner to Bird, his 3 no good, and there is Yeti Vucica with the rebound, drops it back to Spear. Spear down the right side, UNA gets it down low to Dade, who spins he caught the ball in the middle of the lane, spun to the right side, got right around Demetrius Poe for the 2-pointer. And now setting down will be Bird. Into the lineup for the Tigers, Charles Eaton, who wears number 23 for the red-clad Tigers of West Alabama. UNA's Herman to Landry out front, back to Herman. Herman has Ewing on him. Off the screen is UNA's Nathan Spear, who will probably drop a 3 from the right wing. 50-45. Every time they make a run, we make a run away from him. Spins into the lane. His shot is no good. Rebound to Brandon Herman, who crashed the boards on the left side. Here comes Spear down the floor to Vucica. Great alley-oop pass from Spear to Vucica, who caught the ball in the air and kissed it off the glass from the right side. And a chance for the Tigers to take the lead. Hand off to Charles Eaton, off a screen, dribbles around, steps inside the 3-point line, can't get his shot to go down. Long rebound comes to Nathan Spear, who gets it ahead to UNA's Calvin Dade with a 2-handed flush. Eaton, I should say, penetrates, gets to the basket, kisses it off the glass to tie us back up at 57. Spear out front with a basketball to Dade, to Vucica. Vucica to the middle, has his pass kick off. A defender goes right to Herman. Nice pass into Dade. Dade kick out pass to Yeti Vucica, whose 3 from the right wing goes in. 60-57 as Yeti Vucica gives a fist pump as he goes down the floor. Get this crowd excited. Dade gets the ball in to Brandon Herman, who will run the clock out. UNA will win 72-68 in a classic-type basketball game here in Flowers Hall. We'll take a break here. We'll come back with a locker room report brought to you by CB&S Bank right after this on the Lion Sports Network.
He is the most interesting man in the Shoals. He is an artist, a writer, a philosopher, a historian, musician, astronomer, wine connoisseur, environmentalist, Peace Prize recipient. When he speaks, people hang on each and every word, especially the verbs. His personality is so magnetic that he cannot carry credit cards. It is said that once he taught a German shepherd how to bark in Spanish and taught a horse to read his email. Someone recently asked him what he did for fun, and here is what he said.
I don't eat out every day, but when I do, I eat at City Hardware because to me, it's the most interesting restaurant in the Shoals.
And welcome back to Inside UNA Basketball. On today's Lions Lair, I'm joined by John Fletcher. And John, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You are from San Diego, California, born and raised there. Played your high school basketball there.
Yes. In high school, I led them to 2 back-to-back league titles, and then we went to CIF. So we had a pretty successful year out there. We had a great head coach by the name of Charlie Mercado, and he's still over there coaching and everything. He's doing an awesome job.
And then from San Diego, after your high school career ended, you wandered up the West Coast and got to a junior college in Oregon.
Yeah, I went to Treasure Valley Community College for 2 years. The head coach was Ryan Zimmerman, and we led that school to the first league championship, and then we got to the first tournament out there, and we did all right, but we had a great run there. So.
And then when you came to UNA, and you come as a junior this year, in your first year here at the University of North Alabama, what do you see are the biggest differences between West Coast basketball and basketball here?
On the West Coast, it's much more faster and one-on-one based. Down here, we like to swing the ball more and get a couple reversals in before we get the first shot. So I just say the main thing is the pace out on the West Coast and then the physicality over here. So.
And you're not a big guy.
Oh, no.
So the physical part is, has that been quite an adjustment for you?
Yeah, pretty much. That's been a pretty big adjustment for me and everything. So.
In some of these early basketball games that we've seen you play, you seem to have an ability to score the basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can score the basketball, but right now I'm having a tough time. So hopefully, things will change in the future. So.
Oh, it will. You've got a great looking jump shot and great quickness to the basket. We love watching you play basketball.
Thank you.
And you're majoring in accounting here at the university.
Yes, sir. I plan to get my degree in accounting and then eventually get my CPA, my Certified Public Accounting, and work at a big firm or a small firm and just handle the financial records and the business aspect of it.
But now you did say you want to go maybe back
toward
home.
Definitely want to go back to the West Coast. Yeah, love it out there.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, John. Thanks for joining us today on Lions Lair.
Thank you.
We'll take a break here. We'll come back with more Inside UNA Basketball right after this.
Hey, Rick and Tony Valentino here, urging you to come to Flowers Hall this year and support Bobby Champagne and the UNA Lions basketball team in their quest for a Division II national championship. Catch all the action and the excitement. Hey, UNA basketball! That's what I'm talking about.
Whether it's purple and gold or any other color, Simpson's Body Shop now has 3 locations to help you get that damaged car repaired, painted, and back on the road. They're located at Cox Boulevard in Sheffield and Highway 72 in Killen and Broadway Street in Florence. Choose one and rest assured that you've chosen the right professionals for the job. 3 generations, 3 brothers, 3 locations since 1981. Simpson's is there for you 24 hours a day. For towing and repair, Simpson's gets it right the first time. The reputation of Simpson's Collision and Repair speaks for itself. Those Simpson boys say go Lions.
Life can sideline anyone, anytime. Garrett Chiropractic wants to help when it comes to the game of life. 3 full-time doctors are standing by. Doctors Garrett, Phillips, and Burnley, along with 2 massage therapists, a team that can help with life's aches and pains. Garrett Chiropractic is located just west of Shoal Creek Bridge on Highway 72, open Monday through Saturday. Garrett Chiropractic, 757-0023 or online at garrettchiro.com. Individual results may vary.
Calvin Dade is this week's Garrett Chiropractic Player of the Game. Calvin Dade scored 17 points and 7 rebounds for North Alabama in a 72-68 victory over Gulf South Conference leader West Alabama. The senior from Loxley, Alabama, was 6 of 8 from the floor and 5 of 6 at the free throw line to go along with 1 assist and 3 blocks in 31 minutes of play. The 6'8 forward helped UNA build a 36-31 lead at the break with 8 first-half points. A pair of dunks and physical post play ignited the UNA crowd. Dade, in his second season at UNA, is averaging 13 points per game and leads the team with 9 rebounds per game. He's shooting 57% from the field and has 19 blocks on the season. Calvin Dade is your Garrett Chiropractic Player of the Game. The Player of the Game brought to you by Doctors Garrett, Burnley, and Phillips.
And congratulations to our Player of the Game, Senior Calvin Dade, 6'6 senior from Loxley, Alabama. He came a long way up, almost as far south in the state of Alabama as you can go. Of course, you can go a little bit further before you hit water, but Calvin's been a good player for you.
Yeah, Calvin has really come on strong. I've said from the beginning, our 3 seniors are going to lead us, and Calvin and Nathan and Marcus have been doing a great job. Nathan over 1,000 points and moving up the scoring ladder. Calvin shooting the ball well from the field and rebounding the basketball for us. So it's good to have those kind of players.
And certainly congratulations to Senior Calvin Dade on being named the Player of the Game for that big win against West Alabama in Flowers Hall. But again, it wasn't a one-man effort, and anytime you have a big win like that against the team, they all seem to be tied for first place in the Gulf South Conference, or at least that come to Flowers Hall, they're tied for first place. It does take a full team effort, including the guys on the bench.
Yeah, we definitely had a team effort, and that's what it takes with those types of teams.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and come back next week, same time, same place, for more Inside UNA Basketball.
Thank you for watching Inside UNA Basketball. Please join us again next Sunday at 11:30.